With GTA 6 now under a year away, one of the big questions that still is lingering is the topic of will GTA 6 have crossplay or not. But what's going on, guys? It is Catch back with another video on the channel. If you're new around here, don't forget to drop this video a like, a share and a subscribe, as it really will help the channel grow. Closing in on 500 subscribers, so I really appreciate the support. But let's get straight into it. The whole topic of crossplay in games in general can be a bit of a delicate topic at times. I've seen it work well in games, but I've seen it go really bad in others as well, because the problem with crossplay especially is when you have PC players concerned. I know in specific games like Call of Duty and FIFA as an example, crossplay doesn't work really well in those two games because you're having console players come up against PC players, and the PC players generally have a natural competitive advantage from the perspective of, at least in Call of Duty, they can move a lot more quicker, and in FIFA their connections are a lot faster as well, which makes being a console player on both of these games really difficult. However, when it comes to GTA 6, I do think that crossplay will work on this game, and the reason for that is because the level of competitiveness in the other two games isn't as common in GTA games, and that's because the GTA games are a bit more open world. There's a lot more stuff to do, and obviously the sort of open world will come into its own in online, of course, but I think that will be a good thing to have crossplay in, as it enables PC players and console players to play together in an environment that's not got a competitive advantage in it, which I think is really good. One of the things I found interesting about crossplay is the fact that Sony and Rockstar have been talking for some time regarding a potential partnership agreement for the launch of GTA 6. Now, if this goes ahead, will that mean that PlayStation players can only access crossplay? Will that mean Xbox players and PC players will be locked out of having crossplay on their games? If that's the case, then I think crossplay won't really work in GTA 6. However, if they can have it work around where there's an exclusive deal with PlayStation and Rockstar to do other things outside of crossplay, then sure, crossplay will work. But if one of the benefits that Sony have enticed to Rockstar is to include crossplay only on PlayStation and not on the other two consoles, then I think that's not going to really work in the long term for crossplay, because Sony also have an exclusive deal with Activision for the Call of Duty games, and the problem with that agreement between Sony and Activision is that only PlayStation players can turn off crossplay settings on their console, whereas Xbox and PC players have to go through a series of interesting settings on their consoles and PC to turn it off, which doesn't really make the online experience that good, whereas on PlayStation they can just do it within the game. So I think if they're going to have crossplay and there's going to be these exclusive marketing deals that Sony do have with Rockstar, if that thing even comes to fruition, it's sort of there but it's just not been officially announced as of yet, then I think crossplay is probably not going to work. But I think long term, if they can find a way to work around it, and probably before online gets released for GTA 6, then I think it will work in the long term. Overall, I think for Rockstar and GTA 6, I think crossplay will work. It's just how they go about introducing it into the game. I think, you know, having the ability to play with PC players and PlayStation players, specifically if you've got friends on different consoles, works really well. It's just how they can weed out those really annoying competitive players. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be a problem though, because competitive players in GTA, there's no real competition or any competitive aspect to a GTA game. It's more so an open world role play sort of thing. I think a lot of the RP servers are sort of one of the main reasons why crossplay has sort of been touted a lot in the GTA space and on the GTA community as well. So I do think crossplay will definitely come into GTA. It's just whether it's an exclusive to, you know, Sony, if it's an exclusive to, you know, Xbox, Microsoft or PC, which I don't think it will be. Whether it's an exclusive to one of those brands remains to be seen, although Sony are leading the race. I also think with the addition of crossplay makes the game more attractive to a lot of other people who may not have necessarily played GTA 5 and GTA Online prior. So, you know, I think having that crossplay and the ability to play with friends who are on, you know, cross-platform makes that a much more attractive offering. Like back in the day, crossplay wasn't a thing. So if you had friends on PlayStation and some who played on PC and you were an Xbox player, for example, you would never be able to play with them because they were on different consoles and they just didn't have the capabilities to make that work at that time. But, you know, in 2025, we do have the capabilities to make that work. So I think crossplay will come into GTA 6. It's just a matter of how they decide to put it in and what functionality it will have in the long run as well. But that has been the end of this video, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. Let me know if you think crossplay is coming to GTA 6 and what are your thoughts on it in the comments section as well. But with that, guys, I will leave it to it. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well, and I will see you with another video very, very soon. Have a good one, guys. See ya. Bye bye.